guys, it's Tahira, and today I'm going to be doing the stay-at-home reading rush tag and showing you my TBR. So Ariel from Ariel Bissett decided to do a short mini reading rush from April 16th, I believe, to the 19th because everyone's in quarantine, and something to help keep our minds off of what is going on in the world, and just something that will help us, especially me, focus back on reading, because as much as quarantine is a great time to read, I haven't been reading that much. But anyway, she created a tag with a few questions, and at the end I'll be showing you my TBR for the reading rush that's this week. The first question is, how is your reading going while staying home? So as much as I thought that I would be reading so much during quarantine because we have so much time, we're at home, we have nowhere to go, but I'm actually reading the same amount as I usually read before quarantine. I usually read just at night, and I've been staying with that schedule. I usually read for an hour or two before bed, and I guess I have been reading more before bed because my bedtime can be later because of quarantine, so I guess I've been reading more in that sense, but I'm not reading that much during the day, so my schedule is still at nighttime like it's always been. The second question is, where have you been reading at home? I only read in my bed. I don't know, that's just where I'm most comfortable reading. I usually read at night right before bed, so I'm already in bed. But even if I was reading in the daytime, I'm gonna read in bed still, so yeah, my bed is my go-to place to read at all times. The third question is, best book that you've read during isolation so far, and for this one I have to go with Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I finished this right in the first week of quarantine when it first started, and it's been it's one of my absolute favorite books of the year and of all time, and one of my favorite Cassandra Clare books. I just love the main cast of characters and the time period and the world and the story, and just everything is just so amazing. I truly think Cassandra Clare has outdone herself. She gets better and better with every single book and series, and you can clearly see that with this book. So yeah, this is one of my favorite books of all time now, and of Cassandra Clare's books, which is saying a lot because I have a lot of favorite Cassandra Clare books, but yeah, this is definitely one of the top ones. The next question is, what is your favorite feel-good book? And for this one I'm going with Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, because this is actually a graphic novel, but it is a very cute story about two boys who start off as friends and then they start becoming more than just friends. It's really cute, it's a really fun rom-com, and it goes by super quick because it's a graphic novel. It's just, overall, it's a very, very cute story. The next question is, a book you wish you could buy or borrow from the library. Actually, right before quarantine, I put a book on hold, Frankly in Love by David Yoon, and it came on, it was ready for me to pick up, and then it was in school, and I never got a chance around to going during the week because I was busy with school, and then it was on to the next person because I didn't pick it up in time, and then I was gonna put it on hold again to pick it up again, but then the quarantine started, and then the library closed and everything, so I didn't have a chance to. So yeah, the one book I wish I could put on hold or borrow from the library is Frankly in Love by David Yoon. The next question is, an author you wish to shout out during this quarantine, and for this question I'm actually going to be going with Sandhya Menon. If you don't know Sandhya Menon, she wrote When Dimple Met Rishi, and this is a really cute rom-com story. All of her stories are really fun rom-coms. She wrote From Twinkle with Love and There's Something About Sweetie, and they're all really fun rom-com stories. So yeah, she really just puts you in a really fun and rom-com feel-good mood, and that's what I love about her books. And she actually just came out with a new book called Of Curses and Kisses, so if you haven't read that, you should pick that up. I haven't read it either, but with quarantine and everything, I haven't gotten a chance to order it, and I know that if I ordered it now, it would come really late. So yeah, I think I'm gonna order it soon when all this quarantine craziness is over. But yeah, Sandhya Menon is definitely an author you should check out if you haven't already, because it's the perfect time. She writes really good summer, spring type feel books, and even though we're in quarantine, it's still at least in California the weather is great. It's really sunny here. So yeah, I think this is the perfect time to read Sandhya Menon's books. And the last question is, what is your reading rush TBR? So the first prompt of this reading rush is read a book with a house on the cover, because I guess we're staying home, so I guess that's what the inspiration for the prompt was. But for this one, I'll be reading A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. As you can see, I'm pretty sure that's a house there, but I've actually already read A Monster Calls, but I read it in the movie tie-in edition, and I haven't read it yet with these gorgeous pictures. They're really haunting drawings in here, and I want to like read it with the full experience. And I think this is like the original copy, so I've never read it with the images, and I really want to. And I've been wanting to reread this book for a while now. It's really sad. I saw the movie too and I loved it. And yeah, I just can't wait to read it with and see all the pictures that go along with it. The next prompt is to read a book in the same room the whole time, and for this one I'm going with The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. As you all probably know, there's a new Suzanne Collins book coming out, a new Hunger Games prequel book coming out this May called Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I've been like, ever since that book was announced, I knew that I wanted to do a Hunger Games series trilogy reread right before the book comes out. So I'm going to be starting this reading rush with the first book, The Hunger Games. I usually read books in my bed, so I guess like for this challenge, I guess to challenge myself, I'm going to be trying to read in a different room, maybe my backyard, because in California the weather's been really great these past few days, and it's like in the 70s and it's really sunny and nice, so I might just sit in my backyard and read. We'll see. I might just end up like laying in bed and reading, but I'm gonna try and pick a different room to challenge myself. The third prompt is to read a book set somewhere you wish you could go, and for this one I actually like could not find a book that I wanted to read that was also set somewhere that I wanted to go. Like, I've read a lot of books where I wish I could go, obviously, but I didn't feel like either. I've read most of the books on my TBR, so I didn't really have anything on my TBR that was set in a location where I wish I could go. And all the books that like, for example, I would always like to go to the London Institute, but I don't really feel like rereading Clockwork Angel right now, so that's out of the picture. So I'm actually chose a book that's not based on the prompt. It's just a random book that I chose, and that is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. The reason I chose this is because I recently got Queen of Nothing. I know it's been such a long time since it was published and I still haven't read it. But I really wanted to reread the whole trilogy, or the first two books, before I read Queen of Nothing, just to get a refresher of what happened in the entire story. So I guess I'm just starting with my reread, like The Hunger Games. I'm starting with my reread of The Cruel Prince this readathon, this reading rush, and I'm really excited to dive back into the story. And the last prompt is read a book that will make you smile. And for this one, I'm going with Heartstopper Volume 2 by Alice Oseman. I chose this book because I've already read the first volume of Heartstopper, which was the one I showed you in one of the earlier prompts of this tag. But I haven't read Heartstopper Volume 2, and I'm really excited to, and I know this will make me smile because it's such a cute rom-com story, and it's just so adorable, so I know it will make me feel good and make me smile. But yeah, that is it for my reading rush TBR and this tag. I had a lot of fun doing it. I haven't done a tag in so long. It was fun answering all these questions. Let me know down below if you're participating in the stay-at-home reading rush. Let me know down below what your TBR is as well, because I would love to know. But that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!